Okay. The crossing of the sword symbolizes anybody who is not an officer above or called up to the podium may approach the podium. If you could, don't worry about it. Sure. Yeah.
Layashal, which means to Israel.
It's in my bag. Which means to turn to face the east.
We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw. Shabbat
Shemayim.
Kudash.
Hayah.
Shimka. Yahweh. Malakutka. Zaba'ah. Rakazayik. Hayah. Aisha. Baratazah. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathan. Lanau. Lakam. Call. Yawam. Wasalakana. Kabawathina. Kasalakana. Kabawathina. Wala'ah. Taba'ayna. Venasai one. Abol. Abushana. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Amalaka. Wala'ala. Watapar. Walanya. Amma.
The Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
That will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not to temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
A prayer for the cop or the power in Hebrew.
Yahweh.
By Shimi Awashah. Mamkashah. The thunder now. Haka. La Para. Kamakala. Haka. Haka. Hamatazarah. Haka. Lahaki. Amaki. Haka. Awakawa. Tamala. Garsha. By Shimi Awashah. The water on mine.
The Haka, or the power in the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
It's the blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Wayawashah. Wam Yaka'ala. Wa'alahayim. Matazab Ya'ah. Alawap Yahan. Ha'alawap. Hazarun.
Hakayayim.
Hakayayim. Walakwati.
Yahweh.
The water on mine.
The blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh. And
Yahushua.
And Michael. And the angels. The men during Yahweh. The generals. The captain. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in Hebrew.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ahahari.
Mayan. Yaba'ah.
Azari. My.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Shemiyah.
Waratazah.
All your thun.
Lemawat.
Magog. All Yanawam. Shamarka.
Anah.
La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yeshun. Shalomar. Yesharal. Yahweh. Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Tazal. Yeah. Yamika.
Yaramam.
Yamima.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'a.
La.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Bayarab.
Bayara.
Baya'ala.
Bayal.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
McCall.
McCall.
Rai.
Right.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Atnapasha.
Atnapasha.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Tazaathka.
Tazah.
Mu'athka.
Mawaka.
Ma'athka.
Ma'aika.
Why?
Why? I will learn. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the
I will
hills.
lift up mine eyes to the hills.
From whence comes my help?
From whence comes my help?
My help comes from
My
Yahweh,
help comes from Yahweh.
which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and
Even
earth.
not suffer the foot to be moved.
Even not suffer that foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh
Yahweh
is thy keeper.
is our keeper.
Yahweh
Yahweh
is a shade upon the right
is
hand.
a shade upon their right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh
Yahweh
shall preserve thee
shall
from
preserve
all
thee
evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh
Yahweh
shall preserve thy going
shall
out
preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth,
From this time forth,
and even forevermore.
and forevermore. Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Alahaya.
Elohim.
All Damiyah.
Altamiyah.
Lakah.
Lakah.
All Thakarash.
Altakarash.
Wa'al.
Wa'al.
Tashakwa.
Tashakwa.
All.
All.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Anah.
Aina.
Awiyabik.
Abiyabik.
Yahama.
Yahama.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Rash.
Rash.
Aimaka.
Almaka.
Yarayama.
Yarayama.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wait. Fuck it. Waitha.
Waita.
All Tasapawanyaka.
Altasaponyaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawi.
Nakaya.
Anakidum.
Pinocchio.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala'a.
Wala.
Yazakar.
Ekar.
Sham.
Chum.
Yashra'ala.
Esharala.
Iwada.
Aywada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Naizu.
Aitaswu.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakuragu.
Likaraka.
All. Suck it. Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakaraku.
Yakaraka.
Ahoya.
Ahoya.
Adawan.
Adawan.
Washemai.
Weshima.
Ahoya.
Ahoya.
Moab.
Moaba.
Bulgaria.
Wagoya.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Waimawan.
Waimala.
Waimalak.
Waimala.
Palashat.
Elisha.
Ayin.
Ayin.
Yeshabi.
Yeshabi.
Tazawar.
Hazawa.
Gam.
Gam.
Ashur.
Ashua.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Amam.
Amam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zalawa.
Zarawa.
Labanya.
Labanya.
Lawat.
Lamawa.
Selah.
Selah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Laham.
Yaham.
Kamadia.
Kamadia.
Kasya Sirah.
Kasara Shara.
Kayabian.
Kayabi.
Benakal.
Benakal.
Kayashua.
Kayashua.
Nashamadi.
Nasharma.
Ba'ayin Da'arwa.
Bindar.
Hayawa.
Karawa.
Daman.
Daman.
Gadama.
Gardam.
Shartama.
Shartam.
Nada.
Nada.
Yabmawa.
Yatmar.
Kaira.
Kaira.
Wakazab.
Wakazaba.
Wakazabak.
Wakazaba.
Wakatazal.
Wakatazal.
Manai.
Manah.
Call.
Do.
Nusarkam.
Nasharkam.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amaro.
Amar.
Narisha.
Narisha.
Lanawa.
Nano.
Ath.
Ath.
Narisha.
Narisha.
Lanawa.
Lanaw.
Alahaya.
Elohim.
Alahaya.
Elohim.
Shartama.
Shartam.
Kagoga.
Kagogo.
Kagwash.
Kagwash.
Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Rubaka.
Rakwa.
Kaash.
Sharash.
Tabaira.
Tabaira.
Yaraira.
Yaira.
Wakalahaba.
Wakahaba.
Dalahat.
Talaha.
Hariyam.
Pariam.
Khan.
Khan.
Thoradama.
Thoradama.
Bazaira.
Basaira.
Mabasa.
Labasa.
Mapata.
Lapatha.
Dabalam.
Tabalam.
Malaha.
Malaha.
Panyaham.
Panyaha.
Kwalawan.
Kolawan.
Ubakash.
Wajikash.
Shimka.
Shabka.
Yahaba.
Yahab.
Yabash.
Yabash.
Ubahawa.
Wabawaba.
Idia.
Ibi.
Ai.
Ai.
Waka Power.
Waka Power.
Wabadwa.
Wayabab.
Wadaira.
Wayabai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Ata.
Ata.
Shimka.
Shabka.
Yahawa.
Yahab.
Labadka.
Wabaka.
Oya one.
Ayawan.
Ah. Call.
Call.
Raksa.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not the salute to Yahweh.
Keep not thy sons, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy
And
peace.
be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo.
they ain't flicker tomorrow.
Thine enemies look at tomorrow.
And they that hate thee,
And they that hate
they
thee.
lifted up their head.
And they that sorry.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy
And
people.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They consulted against thy hidden
They have
ones.
said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
let us cut them off
and let us cut them
from
off
being a nation.
from being a
That the
nation.
name of Israel
The name of
will
Israel
be no more remembered.
may be no more
For
remembered.
they consulted
For
together
they have consulted together.
with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
Confederate
The
against
tabernacles of Edom.
Tabernacles of
And
Edom.
the Ishmaelites of Moab.
And Ishmaelites of
And the
Moab.
Hagarenes.
And Agarenes.
Gabal.
And
And Ammon.
Ammon.
And Amalek.
And
The
Amalek.
Philistines.
Philistines.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them.
Assyria also is strong
They
with
have
them.
hope in the children of
They
life.
hope in the children of
Say
life.
not.
Say loud.
Do unto them
Do unto them.
as unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sarah.
That's the Sarah.
As to Jabin.
That's Jebby.
And to Brook of
Like
Kasai.
the brook of
Which
Son.
perished at Endor.
Which perished in
They
the
became as dung for the air.
It became dumb for
Make their
him.
nobles like a
Make
ram.
the nobles of a red.
And like Zed.
Let's eat.
Yea.
Yea.
Are the
Are
princes.
the princes.
Ziba
As Zeba.
and as Zamuna.
And as Zamuna.
Who said,
Who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to
the
ourselves
houses of Yahweh in
the
possession.
house of Yahweh in possession.
O my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them look a
As a
wheel.
stubble before the wind.
And some before the
As
wind.
a fire burner for wood.
As a fire burnt the
As a
wood.
flame sets the mountains
As
on
a
fire.
flame set the mountains on
To
fire.
persecute them with that
To
temper.
persecute them with that temper.
Make them afraid with that storm.
Make them afraid with that
And
storm.
fill their faces with
Fill
shame.
their faces with
That
shame.
they may seek their
That they may
name.
seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
Oh Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble.
In trouble.
Forever.
Forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to
Let them be
shame.
put to shame.
And perish.
And
That
perish.
men may know
That men may know
that thou
that thou
Yah,
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
art the most high
over all the earth.
Sar, which means to turn, and Shabia, which means to be seated.
Reading from the phone. We're going to be reading from the book of 1 Kings, chapter 7, and verse 50. We're going to go ahead and get into Hebrew. We're going to be reading from the book of 1 Kings, chapter 7, and verse 50. It's going to be... Forget I had something. Turn it off. It's going to be Waha Sapawath. This is going to be Wahama. It's going to be Wahama. Nope, that's not good. This one. It's going to be Wahama Zamarawath. This is going to be Wahama. It's going to be a Zarakwath. It's going to be... It's going to be...
Where we at again?
It's going to be in the book of 1 Kings, chapter 7, and verse 50. This is going to be Wahaka Wahakwagoth. It's like Wahakwahath. Makawath. Zaab. It's going to be... It's like Tuzabah. Is Takan in there? If you could you join the camera real quick? It's going to be... Agwarath. It's like Agwara. It's going to be... Waha Wahapa Waha Puthawa. There's gonna be what? It's like la da la da la la da la. La da la what? It's like la da la the wath. There's gonna be Habawath. Habawayath. Slovakia. It's gonna be I skip a line or what? Yep, missed one. It's gonna be Habayath. Down a line. It's gonna be Hapanaya Hapanayum. Lakwidasha. Hagadashayum. It's gonna be Lada La Thayum. Thaya is gonna be Haba 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 Ya Habayath. Making sure, of course. It's gonna be Laha. So it's gonna be Laha Yakala. Laha Yakala. It's gonna be Zahaba Pa. Verse 51. This is gonna be what the shalayum. What the shalayum. What the shalayum. Is that that sound?
I believe it's the refrigerator.
Oh yeah, forget. Yeah. Yep. I think we heard that same sound last time. Call. Hamala. Hamalaka. Asherah. It's gonna be Ashaha. Hamalaka. Shala. Shalama. Shala. Shalamaha. It's going to be Bayath. Wayaha. It's going to be Nayaba'ah. Shalayam. Ath. It's going to be... Oh. It's going to be Kodeshaya. Dawada. Abayawa. Ath. This is going to be a pa. Haikapa. This is going to be Wa'ath. Hazahab. Wa'ath. Hazahab. Slovakia. That's line below it. It's going to be Hakalayam. Nathana. Batazawath. Bayath. Yahweh. Pa. Go over to 1 Kings. If it'll move, this thing is tripping. Then we'll go over to 1 Kings chapter 8 and verse 1 in the Hebrew. Azah. Is going to be the drill and stuff like that is over there.
Was there anything else? Was there anything else?
What?
It was like emergency.
No, just wanted you to get that done. So,
Nigga, if you don't figure it out.
right, so when we get done, we can just get up out of here.
Yeah, my nigga helpless over there. Figure it out, Bambi.
This is our brotherhood. This ain't in class. I want to hear that from y'all.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Give some extra support.
Uh,
Nah, nigga, you trying to leave class. I know. I see you trying to go.
I'm just saying.
Nah, I got this.
let him figure it out. He got it.
Just make sure you keep that same energy when he does need your help,
Yeah,
being
right.
that he denied it. Shit, this brick is falling on me. It's a boulder and I can't lift it. Would you help me? Nah, you got it.
Yeah, right. So lift your back. So lift your legs out.
Yeah, use your legs. So what's the problem is they're crushed. Yeah, you're not using them.
You're so you don't know why they're crushed? Like you said, you're using them. We are reading the Blue Letter Bible in the Hebrew, and we are reading in the book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, and verse 1.
Yep.
I don't know if you got the Blue Letter Bible on your phone with the Hebrew on it, do you?
If not, just grab a regular sword from over here off the table.
It would be getting to the English in just a second.
Is it this? Oh,
Yeah, nigga, you don't see this table full of Bibles?
The Holy Bible. Yeah. Okay.
See what book you talking about?
There it is. Lost my place. Gonna be reading from. Okay, found it. It's gonna be Yesha. Oops, lucky. I'm dropping down. We read that one. It's gonna be. It's gonna be Hamawaf. Hamawaf. It's gonna be Nashayasha. Habowaaf. Habowaaf. Lebanayum. Lebanaya. Slovakia. There's gonna be Slovakia. It's gonna be Yashara'Allah. It's gonna be all. Hamalak. Shalama. Shalah. Malasha.
Get the big one. It's bigger, easier, bigger words. Oh, you found it on your phone?
Come. It's right here.
Oh.
It downloads fast, so it's already downloaded.
All right, go ahead.
Let's try and crush. We're about to be done here in a second anyway.
Only nigga in the school who didn't have the Bible on his phone. That's so good.
Now, he had the Bible, with the Blue Letter Bible.
In his defense, we don't be reading the Hebrew that often.
That was quick. I was like, why are you so quick?
Yeah, man, you got to get the King James on these smartphones.
I got King James now.
Yeah, the blue letter, yeah, with the Hebrew.
I didn't know how to do that push at all, sir. Until y'all, all the shit y'all taught me.
It's gonna be Yera Washalayum. You look at that one.
Sounds good to me.
Hey, right. Slaha Lahalawaf. Off. Ara. It's gonna be Arwana. Barawaf. Yahweh. It's gonna be Waimara. Maimara. Slovakia. Dawada. Haya'a. And this is Tazayana. It's Tazawayana. Let's sit on that.
Yep, look that up. Mighty reading by a mighty man. Appreciate you, priest.
I'm gonna go ahead and get it here in English.
So in English, we're going to go to 1 Kings 7 and 50. So you coming in here looking for help? You said you didn't need any.
Looking for an extension cord.
Yeah, I mean, y'all better figure that
I
out.
swear I thought you already had one.
No, I didn't.
I told you, she
I
got.
had one,
Maybe
but Officer Bazaar borrowed one. Because he used it for the train.
Check inside the cabinet up under the mirror. I believe you had one down there. Who took it?
I left a extension cord here. I know.
Who took it?
So nobody should be taking my extension cord
Right.
that I left here. Find it.
Now, there was one, I'm going to be honest with you. There was a one you left here a long time ago. I always hold it cinch.
I know. Listen, you know how many extension cords I done left here? You know how much them things cost $30 a piece?
No,
Man, I can't keep leaving them.
I kept up the one. Officer Bazaar borrowed it right now.
He deboed it.
I was like, man.
He discovered it. That's crazy, man. Y'all the worst.
It's Officer Barzal.
Yeah, right? He did say Officer Barzal. Trooper Barzal.
No, you good. You good.
Yeah, we know what you bet.
No, you all good.
You know, officer.
Hey, right? Not yet.
We're going to be reading from the book of 1 Kings, chapter 7 and verse 50 in the English.
No fault.
It's the book of First Kings, chapter 7 and verse 50 in the English.
Damn right.
And the bowls, and the snuffers, and the basins, and the spoons, and the utensils, and the censers of pure gold, and the hinges of gold, both for the doors of the inner house, the most holy place.
Yeah, so this is him building the temple. My fault.
No, you good.
This is Solomon building the temple in his father's name. You know what I'm saying? And they're talking about all the great work that's doing it, man. Like when you look up the old words, the old English words of the stuff that they're talking about, and you see the work that they're doing, like these dudes are building castles. Like it's funny though, because when you really compare the stuff that they're doing here in the scriptures, and you know that we were the ones in Egypt, it's sad that everybody else gets credit for building the pyramids but blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
I remember there was a point in time where the white man was like, yeah, we built the pyramids. White people really thought white people built the pyramids. And then when it was like, it wasn't even no white people in Africa. How could you survive if you can't even go to the beach without the sun giving you cancer?
Right.
How the hell can you survive in one of the hottest places on earth, man? It's like the jungle out there for you people. They're like, you caught us. We didn't build it. The aliens did. The aliens did. Anybody but you niggas built it.
You're right. You're totally right. I'm sorry. I deeply apologize. It wasn't us.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't us. We apologize.
Yeah.
It was the aliens.
Yeah, it's the aliens.
Of course.
It's the aliens.
The only people who possibly could have done
Yeah, it
this.
wasn't you niggas for sure. Even though we steal everything and mimic everything you do, and you have all these wondrous ideas and all these innovations, and that's why we're taking over the ghetto now, because you made ghetto fabulous a real thing.
Right.
You made the ghetto look good. Now we need it back. Even though you do all these wondrous things, you couldn't possibly have did this wonderful thing.
Right.
You couldn't possibly have built the pyramids. You couldn't possibly have built Rome. You couldn't possibly have built these civilizations. Even though you built America, you couldn't possibly have built other civilizations. That just doesn't make sense.
Right.
And we believe it. Come on, man. Come on, let's get back to the glorious things that Solomon is building, man. It's crazy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, right. My fault. Writing something down real quick.
No, you good. Do your thing. You need me to pick up real quick?
No, I'm about to get it. Just writing something down. Putting a bookmark.
Okay.
So I know we're picking up from next class. Or next
Sabbath
Sabbath service, rather.
I won't be doing nothing but texting, trying to get stuff out the way, send you reports.
Yeah, right.
I choose to Sabbath service to do all that.
I mean, in no defense, you ain't got to read. All you got to do is just break down stuff, which ain't hard.
Right.
So, can't blame you.
So remember this report Cat asked for 3 days ago?
There it is.
Let me get it sent to him. Well, I'm teaching Sabbath. Wait, what?
It's the book of 1 Kings, chapter 7 and verse 50. And the bowls, and the snuffers, and the basins, and the spoons, and the censers of pure gold, and the hinges of gold, both for the doors of the inner house, the most holy place, and for the doors of the house, to wit of the temple.
Just real quick side note. You know I'm gonna be clowning in the kingdom. The gold door handles, can you imagine that? Solid gold door handles. Not no gold plating, solid gold door handles, man. I can't wait. Everything gonna be gold in my house. I don't even like gold, but I'm gonna like it in the kingdom.
Right. Your eyes gonna hurt after you get done walking in that house.
Right. You got to put on glasses to walk in my house. There's gonna be so much gold just gleaming off the sun. You're gonna be like this, like you're gonna have glasses on and still cover your eyes like this.
Hey, right.
Now, if I could.
Go ahead.
I remember it was a movie. It was a cartoon movie with about the gold, like Egypt or something or whatever. Oh man, brothers know it.
So only one that I can remember that comes to mind right now.
The lamb and all. Oh,
So it's a movie that came out not too long ago. I believe this is the right movie. I believe it was Gods of Egypt.
You know, it was
when
when
they showed the
bleeding,
pyramids.
when there was literally bleeding blood.
Yeah,
and
bleeding gold.
Temples was made out of gold.
Yeah, the pyramids had
weapons
gold at the top.
Yeah.
That's the sample I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I see this.
There was bleeding gold.
Even their transformations was gold.
Even their transformations was gold. You know what I'm saying? But we wonder where they get the stuff from.
Right.
They get it from the scriptures.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let me steal some more black history and make a good white movie, a good American white movie.
You're right. There it is.
That's what they do, though. Go ahead, priest. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. Verse 51. So was ended all the work that King Solomon made for the house of the Lord, and Solomon brought in the things which David his father had dedicated, even the silver and the gold and the vessels did he put among the treasures.
Those are family heirlooms that he's bringing in. He finished making the house for the Lord. It's a house for the Lord, but he did it in his father's name, which is so goddamn honorable. And we're programmed to do stuff like that. So Solomon had a great father. But even when you grow up, how we grow up in poverty with no fathers, in our minds, we still want to honor our fathers. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was younger, I had a choice. I could either take my mother's last name or my father's last name. Mind you, my father, the way my father left is like one of them things you see in the movie, right? This nigga went to go get some milk and cigarettes and never came back. You understand?
Right.
That's and I can tell you what day it was on too. You know what I'm saying? That's how much I remember. And that's how he left out of my life. You get what I'm saying? And I don't hate him for it or nothing. I'm not envious or none of that. You know what I'm saying? I still love that nigga. I still, when I see him, it ain't like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like my dad, what they say, I never had a dad and my dad's gone. That nigga's not gone. He lives here in this city. I see the nigga in traffic every blue moon. See the nigga at the grocery store. I've tried to make a relationship with him. I'm not about to beg this nigga to be a son to him. But when I see him, I do speak. I do speak to him and I do ask about my brother and sister because that's who I'm trying to build a relationship with now. And it seems like he's trying to keep me away from them. But that's a story for another day. But I say all that to say this. Even though I don't have a relationship with him, when I see him, I still honor him. And I wish I knew how to be disrespectful to the nigga, but I don't. I don't know how to hate him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to hate him, and I got to give my mother credit for that because she never shitted on him like a lot of black women do. She didn't like that nigga at all. I can promise you that. She did not like him at all, but she never destroyed him or talked bad about him in front of me. If she was talking bad about him, and I so happen to hear it, it's because I overheard it walking into a room while she was sneak dissing. But she never sneak dissed to me personally. She never said, you know, your daddy ain't this, your daddy ain't that. She wanted me to see for myself, and I seen for myself. I seen that he's destroyed. I seen that he wouldn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I also understand why. And that's what she probably didn't get. She didn't understand why. I understand why, thanks to the Isupk. So even to this day, I still try to honor that man. And I honor him by being the best version of me that I could possibly be. By being a priest and prophet of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And carry on his legacy through my son. You know what I'm saying? Even if he ain't worthy of it, I'm going to make him worthy of it. I'm going to make this bloodline worthy. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this bloodline worthy. He ain't got to be the one. We the ones. You know what I'm saying? It starts with us. We the ones that's going to make this bloodline honorable and worthy and make fathers and sons want to be solid and standing in solidarity as a nation.
Right.
We're going to be the ones to do it. So what Solomon doing is so damn heavy. And we do it subconsciously in this nation because every child, if your father's not there as a young man, eventually you go to find your father. I know this because that's what I did. Before I had custody of my son, he was being kept away from me. I quit begging to be a father. I said, you know what? When he gets older, he's going to come for me. And then I can explain what's happening. And when he got older, that's what he did.
Right.
He reached out. I forget how old he was. He reached out. And he was like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, listen, man, your mother's keeping you away from me. But I love you. Don't ever think I don't. And then we started having, it's sad to say this, but what we tell you, the one place I used to always go see him, the one place no black mother ever shows up at.
What's that?
School. School. I used to come see him all the time at school on lunch breaks. We started this in elementary school. Like, what was it, like 4th grade? 5th grade, something like that?
Yeah, 4th grade.
Yeah. And it carried all the way over through high school. So in her mind, I'm not seeing them for years. The whole time we having lunch, pulling them from school, go get something to eat, come drop them back off. No, and to the point where stuff happened at the school, when stuff happened, they never knew her because she never popped up. They knew me. And she was mad at the school, like, what the hell? How are you going to let his daddy come see him? They're like, wait a minute, it's his father. Do you have some type of court order saying he shouldn't see him? No. You know what I'm saying? Then he has the right to see his son. And then they start realizing, even the school was like, that's why he comes here, because she's a total monster.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to speak ill or none of that. I let the actions speak. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens when you get older. Like you go seeking your father. Because a woman can't raise a man. A woman cannot raise a man. We've seen the byproduct of that. So let these brothers honor their fathers, sisters out here. That I know you don't understand why your child wants to be around their daddy so much. I know you hate that nigga dirty draws, but let them kids honor their father. It's in them. It's genetically altered in them. Just like the oppressor made it to where you hate him. The Most High made it to where them sons love their fathers. Let them sons love their fathers and let them honor their fathers, man. Right. Motherfucker, go ahead, money man.
Like, we all know Facebook, you know what I mean? And like, you always got these Facebook, like the woman, without the father, the mother without the father.
Yeah.
Get the woman twerking and this and that. Like, I see the one with Woody.
I see the same one. I think I'm the one that shared it. Had Toy Story out there twerking. A whole Toy Story cast.
That's wild.
With a bunch of little girls. It was a bunch of women, a bunch of little girls, and a little baby boy in a pamper. And the girl Woody doll was twerking on him. And the girls is telling him to go smack her on the butt. Right. This nigga's in Pampers. Out there in Pampers, no shirt, no shoes on. This is what happens when women try to raise man. Now when he grows up and he's like on all these other shows like Basketball Wives and all that other crap, it's always some dude from the LGBT community, flamboyant as hell, incredibly flamboyant on that show. He's gonna be one of those. He's gonna be the next Saucy Santana. That's who he's gonna be. He's gonna be violent and Same sex. That's what he's going to be. And he's going to want to fight you and talk about knocking you out and sodomizing you while you're unconscious. Because that's what Saucy said. He said he was going to knock dude out and sodomize him while he was asleep.
And he gets away with this.
Hey, nobody counseled.
I would say nobody counseled this man. Nobody sent him to jail for this threat.
Nigga, they was in the back like like they applauded it. They applauded it. The LGBT community gets more love than actual real men.
Right.
That feeling is not mutual, and that's all because of what they honor their mothers.
Right.
That's why they get celebrated. That's why they get uplifted, because that spirit is a woman spirit on them boys. But if their same spirit was a masculine spirit and they honored their fathers in that way, they would be crucified.
Right.
They would be shunned. They would be disrespected. They would be down. Like, loving your father is a crime here in America. Just know that. Loving your father is considered self-hatred here in America. For young black kids to want to be around their father and love their fathers is almost a hate crime. I mean, it's a hate crime against the mother. I don't get it, but it is. No, Phil, let's get back to the scriptures.
Sorry, sir. You were speaking so heavy, though, so I understand, like, but Salaki, my bad.
No,
you good.
Most High Christ, man. That's the Lord.
Salaki. Verse 51. Verse 51. David, his father, had dedicated even the silver and the gold and the vessels did he put among the treasures of the house of the Lord. This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 8 and verse 1.
That's hardcore. That nigga put all the money up towards the house of the Lord.
Then Solomon assembled the elders. Then Solomon assembled the elders of Israel and all the heads of the tribes, the chiefs of the fathers of the children of Israel.
No, he went to go get the mothers.
The fathers of the children, the chiefs of the fathers of the children of Israel.
Damn right.
Unto King Solomon in Jerusalem, that they might bring up the ark of the covenant of the Lord out of the city of David, which is Zion. Verse 2. And all the men of Israel assembled themselves unto King Solomon at the feast in the month. Ethanim. I don't know why I keep on mutilating these names. Which is the 7th month. Verse 3. And all the elders of Israel came to the priest. And the priest took up the ark. Verse 4. And they brought up the ark of the Lord. It's not on there. Okay. Verse 4. And they brought up the ark of the Lord and the tabernacle of the congregation and all the holy vessels that were in the tabernacle.
Damn right.
Hey, Shalom Christ.
Hey, Shalom Christ.
Hey, now that you're here, go ahead and grab a Bible, man. Take over this reading. Yeah, get you involved in this thing. Put that war spirit on you. They over here on the table.
They over there on that one.
You can grab that one since you're already there.
Yeah. Let me finish the scripture real quick and I'll go ahead and get you.
Okay, 1 Kings 8, and you're going to pick up at 5 or 6?
Yep, he's picking up at 5.
At 5.
1 Kings 8 and 5.
Yep, 1 Kings chapter 8 and verse 5.
No, you don't need help.
Hey, right? No, you don't need help.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure everybody has their stuff that they need.
You the worst. You the worst. That could have waited till after class. Get out of here. You the worst.
Verse 4. And they brought up the ark out, Slocky. And they brought up the ark of the Lord and the tabernacle of the congregation and all the holy vessels that were in the tabernacle, even those did the priest and the Levites bring up. You go ahead and pick up.
Yeah, right.
Verse 5.
Verse 5. And King Solomon and all the congregation of Israel that were assembled unto him were with him before the ark, sacrificing sheep and oxen that could not be told nor numbered for multitude.
Hey, you can do that when you got that kind of money, boy. You forget King Solomon had that bread. That's that generational wealth. They was just sacrificing animals all day. Sheep and oxen, boy. Listen, try to buy a sheep or an ox today in multiple numbers just to sacrifice. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna need that you're gonna need that oppressor money to do that in today's world, boy.
You're right.
Hey man, but this was a glorious time, man. They doing this because they just got through doing the ark. They just got through building the ark. They just got through building the house of the Lord that Solomon did in his father's name. It's a glorious thing, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a glorious thing. Keep going.
Come. And the priest brought in the ark of the covenant of the Lord unto his place, into the oracle of the house, to the most high place, even under the wings of the cherubims.
Yep.
Okay. Verse 7. For the cherubims, spread forth their two wings over the place of the ark, and the cherubims covered the ark and the stage. Therefore, above.
Yep. Thereof above.
The water.
Nope, you good. Keep going.
And they drew out the stage, that the ends of the stage were seen out in the holy place before the ark, and they were not seen without. And there they, Salakia, are unto this day.
Right. So you're not gonna see one without the other. Keep going.
Come. There was nothing in the ark save the two tables of stone, which Moses put there at Horeb.
We'll take it. Keep going.
Come. When the Lord made a covenant with the children of Israel.
With who?
With the children of Israel.
With everybody.
With the children of Israel.
With the whole world.
When the Lord made a covenant with the children of Israel.
Just blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So you want to know what's in there? The Lord's covenant. Right. That's what's in there. He said, "This is what I made." Hey, he put them commandments in there, man. Listen, man, this is so hardcore right here. And I'm gonna go back a little bit in the scriptures, because in order to even move the Ark of the Covenant, right? That's why it's called the Ark of the Covenant. Right. It pertains to the laws of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's what's in there. We just seen the Da Vinci Code and all these other Illuminati movies where somehow it's supposed to be Christ's body in there and everything else. It's always something stupid in there. No, they're looking for the Ark of the Covenant, and it pertains to laws of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But when you let the oppressor tell the story, it's everything but the laws that's supposed to govern your nation, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, and child.
Right.
You're supposed to follow their laws, apparently. No, not at all. Go ahead. Something you want to say?
It's like the survey. It was a space movie, right? I used to watch a space movie, right? And like they say Arks of the Covenant. How you say?
Ark of the Covenant.
And then now see where they get it from.
Listen, let me tell you something. These heathen nations have never had an original thought on the face of this planet besides rape and murder. That's it. That's the only original thought they ever had. I had to murder him and then rape her. That's it. Not necessarily in that order either. You get what I'm saying? That's their only original thoughts. Everything else they have stolen from blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
They have stolen it. And then told you that you're the idiot. And if you believe them, I have to agree at that point. Right. Because you're an idiot if you believe you're an idiot. That's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? You are the most intelligent being on the face of this planet. And when you see, like, here's one thing, and this is going off subject real quick. They were talking about the thing that's going over in Chicago. They was talking about, I was watching something on YouTube where they was talking about all these drill rappers and all the murdering that they're doing in Chicago and this and that and blase scoop and their gang, the gangs and this and that blase scoop. And they're trying to act like they don't know where it stems from. Does anybody know where that stems from? All right, so I'll make it simpler. So Chicago is known for gangbanging, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me some gangsters out of Chicago.
Believable gangster.
Just give me some gangsters.
Chicago gangsters. I mean, it was gangsters there because they used to. One time I remember there was a story where like they was running
Okay. You should know this though.
Say Larry Hoover, man.
I don't know.
No. See, that's the problem. Yes, I do.
Whole story.
Yes, I do. Rappers name themselves after them all the time.
Well, you know what I'm talking about, right? Or something? You ever seen
That's a made up one. I'm talking about the real ones.
You see someone on YouTube with like it was a big old complex, you know, like the duplex or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, it's called the Green.
Yeah, where, like they used to be doing like
it's called the Green. Listen, it's called Graffiti Green, man. You forget, man. I used to live a different life. I know all about what goes on in Chicago. But my thing is this: I also know the history. Yeah. The housing's behind it. That's where all the big dogs used to live. Everything was getting pushed through their apartments.
Right.
Like police couldn't even come through there.
Yeah.
They were gonna die. I mean, unalive. Salakia. Yeah. But I say all that to say this: people forget about John Gotti.
Okay.
It's like someone said Capone.
There it is.
Damn.
They originate from Chicago. Don Dillinger, he fled from Chicago down here. These are the real gangsters. So they talk about like black people are just the most vile and craziest people on the earth. The whole what's it called? The Bloody Valentine Massacre. Where did that happen at? Chicago. You know how many people died that day? It depends on if you believe the news report or the people on the streets. The people on the streets said it was close to like 400 people that got killed that day. You know what kind of pull you have to have 400 people murdered in a day and over a span of a couple of days? But listen, out of all the killing that Chicago doing right now, they ain't never killed 400 people in a day. They may reach that number in a year. Some devil has so much power as a gangster down there that if you believe the news stories, it was over 400 people. The only people that made the news was the so-called other mob bosses where it was like, then there are 30, 40 of them. But let me tell you something. If I'm a boss, right, and you got to get to me, you can't get to me without going through my bodyguards.
Right.
Them bodies count too. Just because they didn't have notoriety don't mean them bodies don't count. How many times have we seen the movies where they pull up hanging on the side of the car with the Tommy gun and just clear the whole scene? They just shoot everybody out there just to kill one person. All the innocent people they've murdered. But you want to keep telling me about black people and their gang banging. It stems from somewhere. That spirit has been in the air from the oppressor in his gang banging ways. That's where we get it from. Because you are a righteous people by nature, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. All the wickedness you do it from mimicking somebody else. Go ahead. Something you want to say?
Just like New Jack City, there was a woman that did it though. But it was old school, you know what I mean? But like how she just like, you know what I'm saying? Like with that what is it, tongue gun, whatever it was,
yeah,
she had 9mm or something. Ooh, just start blasting.
Yeah, she had the tech.
That's what she had. The tech. You know what I mean? Hey, I remember the old school.
Yeah, but the spirit of that comes from the oppressor, man. We are a righteous people by nature because we come from the Lord, because we come from the law, statutes, and commandments. Every time blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians start sinning, it's all in the scriptures. We were following another nation. We start worshiping pagan gods. We start fornicating in the streets. We're doing what the Romans did. We were doing what the Egyptians did. Whenever we did that, we see the outcome of it. We see the pain and suffering. You remember what I'm saying? Salaki, I got way off subject. Let's get back to the scriptures.
Come. When the Lord made a covenant with the children of Israel.
The Ark of the Covenant, this thing is so holy and so powerful that you can't even touch it without wearing a special suit. They built a temple to put it in. You get what I'm saying? Like, we get into that off camera, but I'm just telling you, this is how powerful this thing was, man. And this goes back to science in the Bible, because a lot of people don't understand. Not only is this a history book, but it's a science book. And I'll give you the science off of camera. Let's go ahead and get it.
When they came out of the land of Egypt, verse 10,
Remember,
and it came
when we came out of captivity. Egypt means bondage. Just for the people watching online that don't know. Egypt means bondage. When we came out of bondage, these were the laws that was going to help govern us. They've always governed us. Always. But he's reaffirming. When Moses got them commandments, he was like, this is what we need to do. This is how we need to operate. This is what the Lord expects. Keep going.
Come on. And it came to pass, when the priests were come out of the holy place, that the cloud filled the house of the Lord, so that the priests could not stand to minister because of the cloud. For the glory of the Lord had filled the house of the Lord.
Damn right.
Then spake Solomon, the Lord said, that he would dwell in the thick darkness. I have surely built thee an house to dwell in, a settled place for thee to abide in forever. And the king turned his face about and blessed all the congregation of Israel.
Damn right.
And all the congregation of Israel stood. And he asked, and he said, blessed be the Lord God of Israel.
Damn right.
Which spake with his mouth unto David my father, and hath with his hand fulfilled it, saying, since the day that I brought forth my people Israel out of Egypt, I chose no city.
And if I could, this is a cut for all them people that say all the other nations came with us out of Egypt. Because I've seen fools try to argue, well, there was more than just, everybody came out of Egypt, Like right here, this is a cut for that right here. It says, when I came forth, my people, Israel, out of Egypt. That's a cut. It didn't say everybody. It didn't say the Moabites. You get what I'm saying? It didn't say the secret Hamites. It didn't say that. It said, my people Israel out of Egypt. That's just a cut. You're going to find cuts like this through all the scriptures because these scriptures is only talking about one group of people. Keep going.
Come. I'm going to just take 16 from the top, sir.
Go ahead.
Come. Since the day I brought forth my people, Israel out of Egypt, I chose no city of all the tribes of Israel to build an house, that my name might be therein.
Yep, that's right.
But I chose David to be over my people, Israel.
Damn right.
And it was in the heart of David, my father, to build an house of the name of the Lord God of Israel. And the Lord said it unto David, my father, whereas it was in thine heart to build an house unto my name, thou didst well that it was in thine heart. Nevertheless, thou shalt not build the house, but thy son that shall come forth out of thy loins, he shall build the house unto my name. And the Lord hath performed his word that he spake. And I am risen up in the room of David my father, and sit on the throne of Israel.
Damn right. Stop right there. Does anybody know why the Lord wouldn't allow David to build a house in his name?
I can give it a try. When you build a house in his name?
Yeah, welcome the Lord. Because we know the scriptures say that David was a man after the Lord's own heart.
Right.
So why didn't the Lord allow David to build a house in his name, a temple in his name, a church in his name?
That's really
Go ahead.
I mean, just gonna spitball here. Is it would it be considered almost on some kind of like wrong worshiping? Like
nope. Not at all. Because David was a man after the Lord's own heart.
Right.
The Lord loved David. The Lord chose David. Shinyan, you know?
Yeah.
Tell him.
So the reason why he wasn't allowed to build a house after the Lord was because he had too much blood on his hands.
Right. Because you remember he was going to war. He had to unify Israel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to remember he was beefing with Saul. So he was fighting against Saul's armies. Saul was trying to kill him. So he was killing. And then after that, everybody tried to start their own little function or whatever because everybody want to be king. Get what I'm saying? So he's, he got to kill him. He got to kill his own people, even though he's a man after the Lord's own heart. You get what I'm saying? The Lord approved. The Lord chose David. He chose David from amongst his brothers. You know what I'm saying? He had big, cocky, strong bodybuilder brothers. And he's like, nah, that ain't him. This ain't the king. Nah, that ain't him. Then they bring little David in, you know what I'm saying? He's out there tending the flock, fighting off lions and stuff. The priest seen him, said, yeah, that's the one the Lord chose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To rule over Israel, he killed Goliath. Everybody was scared of Goliath. His own brothers, the big, talk, strong nigga, everybody was scared of Goliath. David popped up and said, man, go let this holy ass nigga disrespect us like that. You know what I'm saying? Bust his melon open. Day one, he busted. Day one, he had blood on his hands. You understand? Yeah, and then had every reason to kill Saul, had every opportunity to kill Saul, and never did. If that ain't brotherhood, I don't know what is. You get what I'm saying? Like he, so he just had so much blood on his hands from warring that the Lord didn't want him to build a temple. But his son, being a glorious son, was like, I'm going to do this because I know my father wanted it, and this is what needs to be done. This is what I'm supposed to do. Built a temple in his father's name. Built a temple, dedicated it to the Most High in his father's name.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's how you check every box. He said, this temple, I want to dedicate it to my father, so I'm going to build it in his name for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? The way it should have been. He couldn't do it, but I'm here now. Like, this is why everybody loves Solomon. This is why he's considered the best king to rule over Israel. Like, just the way he thinks, the way that his problem solving, the way that he solves problems is just like, you got to think outside the box sometimes. But this came from the wisdom because he was able to watch and learn from his father to soak up all the nation, to soak up all the knowledge. That's why it's very important that when you come in here, nah, my nigga, go get out of here with that. Salakia. You know better. You've never seen it before. You're not going to be the first. Salakia. Yeah, I lost train of thought. I'm fooling with this dude. Oh, so like when I say that to say this, in the ISUPK, you got officers, you got captains, and you got generals above you. Right. Soak up all that knowledge from them, and that's going to help you become an excellent judge when it's your time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to help you become an excellent judge when it's your time for decision making. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time, I don't think for myself. I don't. Because if it's up to me, I'm going to make wrong decisions every time. My decision is to punch you in the face and figure the rest out later. Like that's my decision-making skills. You know what I'm saying? This nigga know me from the world. I didn't think about too much of nothing. We can solve everything with violence. That was my thought process. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, violence is a great problem solver. Sometimes it don't need that. Sometimes a simple conversation can solve a problem. Sometimes the way you move can solve a problem. You get what I'm saying? So soak up all this knowledge that we have at our disposal from all these generals and captains and officers. Soak it all up. Ask questions. Even if you don't understand the answer, ask them to explain it and make it simple. And even if you don't understand it then, don't mean that you won't get it later. Because there's been plenty of times that somebody explained something to us that we didn't get then and there. And then you wake up one morning like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. And that's what it is, man. And that's what Solomon did. You know what I'm saying? He soaked it all up, man, and he became very wise. Let's get back to the scriptures. Salaki.
Come. We'll start at the top of 20, sir.
Go ahead.
And the Lord hath performed his word that he spake, and I'm risen up in the room of David, my father,
Damn right,
and sit on the throne of Israel, as the Lord promised, and have built an house from the name of the Lord of Israel. And I have set there a place for the ark, wherein is the covenant of the Lord, which he made with our fathers.
If I could, don't mean to keep cutting you off, but like I said earlier, it's right here in the scriptures. He said, what's in that ark? The covenant of the Lord. Keep going.
Right. When he brought them out of the land of Egypt, and Solomon stood before the altar of the Lord in the presence of all the congregation of Israel.
Yeah, I'm right.
And spread forth his hands towards heaven. And he said, Lord, God of Israel, there is no God like thee, in heaven above or on earth beneath, where keepeth covenant and mercy with thy servants that walk before thee with all their heart. Who has kept with thy servant David, my father, that thou promised him? Thou spakest. So like that.
Spakest.
Say again.
Spakest.
Spakest. Thou spakest the water.
Underbar.
Also with thy mouth, and hast fulfilled it with thine hand, as it is this day.
Yeah, I'm right.
Therefore now, the Lord of Israel kept with thy servant David, my father, that thou promised him, saying, thou shalt not fail thee in man in my sight, to sit on the throne of Israel, so that thy children take heed to their way, that they walk before me as thou hast walked before me.
Follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. That's what this scripture is saying. Walk the same way your parents did. Follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Be righteous. Ain't nothing wrong with being righteous. Listen, you see what being unrighteous is getting you. You see what's going on in the music industry right now. Eventually, all that is going to hit the fan. All that. You might think that you're missing out. You might think that you're losing. And you might think that, why are all these people benefiting? And, you know, I see all these people doing all this wicked stuff and they seem to have it made. Eventually, all of that's going to hit the fan. You don't be feeling like you're missing out when you see feds kicking in their door.
Right.
You don't be feeling like you're missing out there. Hey, right.
They're glad it ain't me.
Hey, right. You don't feel like you're missing out when somebody pulling up to rob them and splatter their brains on the wall like it's paint.
Right.
Is that new paint matter? Yeah, I was thinking about getting some of that. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. No. You don't want none of that. Right. So stay righteous. Something you want to say, soldier?
Like he did. I mean, that's nothing. I don't ever listen to him anyway. But like, kicking in this door, these rappers, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, all of that's gonna catch up eventually.
It's starting. Like, I see rappers starting to show, like, you know what I mean? Like, sure they sold their soul or something or this and that, whatever they did back in the past, you know what I mean?
No,
it's starting to show nowadays, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all coming full circle.
Like there's one about P. Diddy saying like 50 Cent this and that. I know it's a false because sometimes some stuff they be saying is bullshit. If I'm slapping my language
you good.
on the internet, but like they're cracking down on rappers. It seems like.
Yeah, and listen, I don't mind them making fun of P. Diddy. I mean, it is what it is. I don't really care. My thing is this: keep the same energy with everybody. Right? Like, keep the same energy with Vince McMahon. You know what I'm saying? Keep the same energy with Dan Snyder. You know what I'm saying? The dude that ran Nickelodeon was hiring pedophiles. He was like, you ain't never raped no kids? Then I can't hire you. You know what I'm saying? Like his whole staff was pedophiles. You know what I'm saying? All your favorite Nickelodeon shows, they were P. Diddy and them kids. They were Diddy and the kids. So, you know what I'm saying? For all the jokes everybody making, ain't nobody got none for Nickelodeon and Dan Snyder. Ain't nobody got none for Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon been brought up on the same charges as P. Diddy. Vince McMahon been brought up on human trafficking charges, letting all the wrestlers go crazy. He got
the things we heard, I'd say it's worse.
Hey, it's way worse. He got sex toys named after wrestlers. He's out there using sex toys. He's using Bam Bam Bigelow's and Undertakers and the Rock Johnsons on his sex trafficking victims. You get what I'm saying? Hey, listen, real quick, off subject. One of the things that I was looking at, this nigga took a crack on a chick in the middle of a threesome. So listen, when you listen.
The tone atmosphere shift completely,
and then told her to finish. Dan told her to finish. So my thing is this: if he took a crap on her while they're in the middle of a threesome, how did he wipe his ass? That's my only question. How did he wipe his ass? You know what I'm saying? I don't. So we don't say number twos no more. We call it Vince. I got to go take a Vince. I gotta go take a Vince McMahon. I'll be back.
So there's a Vince or a Vince McMahon.
A Vince McMahon.
I gotta take a Vince McMahon.
You gotta take a Vince McMahon. You can't tell me that's not funny. You know what I'm saying? There's jokes out there for days for Vince McMahon and Nickelodeon, but I only see that energy for Pete Diddy. You get what I'm saying? So like, I know we got off subject. Let's get back to the scriptures. There's jokes out there for days. For Nickelodeon and Vince McMahon. I said we need to shift gears, man, quick. Because we so quick. And this goes to show you though, this is in Deuteronomy. Like, Nick, these curses are real. Because we're watching oppressors do the same thing that a black man did, and nobody's paying attention to this oppressor doing it. We're only focusing on the black man that did it. You know why? It's not a trick question.
Okay, well, just the oppressor is after us anyway. We're at war, so they're going to find anything about us. I mean,
No. The oppressor's not the one cracking the jokes on Facebook. It's the niggas that's doing it.
Oh, why are we?
Why are they targeting the black person and not the white person as well?
I mean,
why are we as a nation so quick to denigrate the same thing that a white man does if a black person does it? Why are we so quick to destroy the black person for doing it?
I mean, I would only imagine just due to the system itself. I mean, you're going to find a lot of Samuel L. Jacksons in spirit now. I mean, like, a lot of them is just going to be to the point they're disgusted in what we do. Because I want to say what you said earlier. It's a trend that's been pushed. You know what I mean? So everyone's kind of following suit. Well, not everyone, obviously. You know what I mean? But a lot of our people still are following suit just due to the fact it's okay to be that blind, to be that unconscious of their own people.
So you almost right there, because it has to do with this right here. Like if somebody was to do what King Solomon is doing right now for their father, they would be considered stupid. They would consider like why are you loving your father that much? Like where is that same love for your mother? But so I'll make it simple. Like I said, not so we don't overthink it or keep getting far back on time. It's a damn, I forgot. It's a programming thing. I forgot the word I was going to use. It slipped my mind. So, but it's a mental thing for the most part. Because, go ahead.
If I could, I'd have to say it like this: it's really a spiritual thing.
Exactly.
It's really spirit. It's a real spiritual aspect behind it. Because prime example, I can use myself as a prime example for that. When it comes to always wanting to do things, and when it comes to wanting to live after somebody, I always use you as the stake for it. I use you as the base point, because whenever I look at the stuff that I have to do, I'm gonna do my stuff. I'm gonna do the stuff that I have to do, modeling after you, both as my father and as a man, because you know what it's like. You know what it's like to have to deal with as a man and as somebody who was once in my shoes.
Right.
You understand all that. Now that would be the same aspect as it coming from Katera's standpoint, because she's a female and her having to deal with certain things, maybe her mother might relate to, or her being a female, she might have to relate to that as well. It's both. It's really just a spiritual thing behind it, both with the sons and fathers and with the mothers and daughters. It's probably about the most simplest way I can put it.
So you right there too, because it is a spiritual thing. It's a mental thing. It's a spiritual thing. So here's why everybody's focusing on P. Diddy and not Vince McMahon or Dan Schneider, because we've been programmed to think whenever something goes bad, right, or whenever we're looking at something negative, it's attached to black people, right?
It's a stereotype.
Yeah, it's a stereotype. But deep down inside, we know who the most wicked people on the face of this planet is. So when we heard this thing about Nickelodeon, right? So let me ask you something. I'll make it even simpler. When you heard what happened to P. Diddy and you heard all the allegations, were you shocked?
No.
Nobody was shocked. All right. So when you heard the stuff about Nickelodeon, was you shocked?
Yeah.
You was? You was? So you wasn't shocked when you heard that they was raping kids on the set of Nickelodeon? Go ahead.
No, so like I was only shocked about the fact that if you're not pretty much an adolescent rapist or just a pedophile period, you can't even get hired That I've never heard that.
Hey, right? That's what it looked like when I was watching the documentary. It was like 10 pedophiles to work there. How did they all go under the radar? There's no way. That's like hiring 10 niggas in the KKK. It's not gonna happen. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's not going under the radar. So let me ask you this: when you heard about the stuff that was happening with Vince McMahon, were you shocked? You get what I'm saying? Like, we all remember, we used to watch wrestling. We all remember the bra and panty matches. Y'all not remember them chicks coming out booty naked?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Niggas used to watch WWE for that.
Yeah, that's the whole reason we watch wrestling, was the bra and panty matches.
That's funny.
Give a damn about the main event, Undertaker. They having a
Sid Undertaker who?
Yeah, right? Exactly. Now, for you to be shocked, to be like you be shocked when you heard that Bob Barker, the dude that used to do Price is Right, was sleeping with all the chicks that worked there. When you to be shocked is to be shocked, like when you heard Hugh Hefner was sleeping with all the chicks at the Playboy Mansion. To be shocked is to be shocked when you heard the same allegations brought up against Penthouse. These oppressors are sexual deviants, and here's why P. Diddy is getting rough. And the oppressor's not. No Vince. You get what I'm saying? But you get the point I'm trying to make. Here's why. Because when the oppressor does stuff like that, deep down inside, pause again, you expect it. You expect him to do that.
Right.
You expect him to be a sexual deviant. You expect him to molest children. Prime example. I'll give you crimes. Club shooting. What color is the person?
Black.
It's a club shooting. What color is the person?
Oh, black.
Black. All right. Walmart shooting. What color is the person?
White person.
It's a white person. All right. Now, I'll give you another example. Bank robbery. Well, I can't say that.
You can.
Yeah. Bank robbery. What color is the person?
White. Whenever you watch a heist, my fault.
Child molestation. What color is the person?
White.
Rape. What color is the person?
White.
So deep down, subconsciously, we know this. So when we hear things like Dan Snyder and we hear things like Vince McMahon raping women and sex trafficking women, that don't shock us. The shock value is not there because we know what they are. We know the Harvey Weinsteins of the world. We just seen Epstein had a whole island dedicated to that. You get what I'm saying? But then when P. Diddy do it, even though Diddy did it. Right. So even though now that we understand that he's doing it, here's what the difference is. Deep down, we know he ain't supposed to be doing that because he's held to a higher standard than the oppressor. That's why he gets the jokes. We don't understand why we cracking the jokes. We don't understand why we don't care about Vince McMahon doing it. We don't understand why we don't care about Dan Snyder doing it. We don't care why we don't care about Epstein Island. When you was looking at the Epstein Island list, you didn't care who was on the list. You looked at the list to see how many niggas was on there.
There it is.
How many niggas is on here? Who got jammed up? You scrolled through a whole list of names and didn't see nobody you knew. You was like, oh shit, the list ain't important then. That's why the list went away. Go ahead.
Yeah, I always check to see if Chris Tucker was actually on that list.
That's what I'm saying. You check the Epstein Island list and look for black people. When you see none of them white names on there, you weren't shocked. You were like, yeah, he's supposed to be there. It's some white names missing, actually. That's how you looked at it. Go ahead.
Stephen Hawking was on that list. So.
That's what I'm saying. And you wasn't even shocked by it. No. You was just trying to figure it out. So what exactly is he doing? You know. You weren't shocked that he was on there. You was just shocked how was he raping people. That's what you was shocked about. You get what I'm saying? That's what you want to say.
Oh, so that list they pick on Facebook, is that really true?
I haven't seen.
Bringing up a bunch of like.
I'm talking about the Epstein list. You're gonna have to show me what list you're talking about.
Okay.
But I say that to make a point because we're reading about the righteousness of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians right here in the scriptures, and we don't even understand simple stuff like that. Like, why is P. Diddy getting it so hard? No Vince, and everybody else is just going under the radar because black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, it is rooted in your DNA. It is rooted in your DNA to be righteous. And whenever you do something that is not righteous, you are following the ways of the heathen. It's in the scriptures. It's in the scriptures. We don't live like how they live. We are a righteous people. No black, Hispanic, Native Indian man that I know that I've hung around. Listen, and I've hung around with some straight gangsters. I mean, you wouldn't believe some of the cats that I hung around with. I'm talking about these niggas as villains, like real life comic book villains. You get what I'm saying? But even with that being said, they still had a sense of morality. We never hung around. No, I don't know one nigga that I hung. And these niggas, like I said, is real life criminals. And I ain't never seen one of them niggas be like, man, look at that little 12-year-old. That's it right there. You get what I'm saying? In fact, out of all the criminal activity they do, when they find out that you've touched a kid, they're going to use some of that criminal background to make sure that you never touch a kid again. That's the background we come from and the pedigree we come from.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? We don't play that Dan Snyder Nickelodeon stuff. You get what I'm saying? We don't play that Vince McMahon stuff. You get what I'm saying? It's not in us. So when we hear somebody that does it, it's like, how could he? How could he? And we so messed up. We do it while sinning. We sitting up there smoking a blunt like, I can't believe he did that. God don't like that. God don't like that. God don't like none of that. Tell me when I'm lying. But deep down, we know. We know. Listen, we're not built like that, man. All the wickedness that we do, man, is from us watching other nations do it, man. We're reading about how righteous Solomon is, man. Like, that's what I said, man. I want to be one of these niggas in the next Bible being written. When the Most High Christ returns, there's going to be scriptures. I'm trying to be in them. There's going to be a whole book of Isaiah. I'm going to make sure of it. That's why I'm going on this crazy-ass war campaign. Even if I die my first war, they're going to be like, yeah, he died the first war, but that nigga made hell. He rose hell.
So he died his first war, but now these niggas don't have proper drinking water. For the next 50 generations.
Right? Eventually, all the rest of them died. You know, straight up. Let it mean something. All that stuff that you thought meant something don't mean nothing. We're seeing it firsthand. So, Lockie, I got way off subject. Let's get back to the scriptures.
Come on.
So, Lockie.
I'm gonna just pick up at 23, so I really don't know where I left off at.
He was at 24.
So the 24, all right.
I thought he was at 26. Let me double check.
Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you was at 26.
Yep, my bad.
Yeah, we already a little behind on it.
Yeah, that's me
Don't
talking.
push it back more.
I'm done talking, Salakia.
You came forward,
Hey, right? So what? Stop right there.
If you could you unlock that door? It's Cap.
It's who?
It's Cap.
How dare him?
In his defense, it did take him a minute to get here.
Hey, right.
That was on us.
Hey, right? That was me teaching class. What was I thinking?
So that's me doing proper Sabbath service. How dare I?
Hey, right?
Hey, you go ahead.
Come.
Verse 26.
1 Kings 8:26. And now, O God of Israel, let thy word, I pray thee, be verified, which thou spakest unto thy servant David my father.
Damn right.
But will God indeed dwell on the earth? Behold, the heaven and heaven of heavens cannot contain thee. How much less this house that I have built?
Damn right.
Okay, don't read that. It's a lot. Yet have thou respect unto thy prayer of thy servant, and to his supplications, O Lord my God, to hearken unto the cry and to the prayer which thy servant prayed.
Lord Christ, Cap. Want the class?
Which thy servant prayed before thee today.
Damn right.
That thine eyes may be open towards his house, night and day, even toward the place of which thou hast said, my name shall be there, that thou mayest hearken unto the prayer which thy servant shall make toward his place, this place, and hearken thou to supplication of thy servant and of thy people,
And of
Israel.
And of thy people, Israel. Like, this is what you got to understand. When you're a man in power, right? And I'm about to go back to it again. I know I said I wasn't going to go down the rabbit hole, but we're going. Just buckle up.
God,
When you're a man in power, you're supposed to be a servant to the Most High and to the people. When you're a man in power. The reason we're watching all these rich people suffer is because not only was they not servants to the Most High, but they weren't even servants to the people. In fact, they did the total opposite. They tried to drain everything that they possibly could from the people. Everything, every dollar, every penny,
Sorry, tell us about
everything. Somebody at the door. They tried to drain everything. Keep going.
Come on. And of thy people Israel, when they shall pray towards this place, and hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place, and when thou hearest, forgive. If any man trespass against his neighbor,
47.
and an oath be laid upon him to cause him to swear, and the oath come before thine altar in this house, then hear thou in heaven, and do, and judge thy servants, condemning the wicked.
Doing what?
Condemning the wicked.
Say that again.
Condemning the wicked.
Condemning the wicked. You understand? This is what you're supposed to do, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, and child. You're supposed to condemn the wicked. You can't let wickedness go unevaded. You understand? But don't pick and choose. That's one thing you can't do. Don't be a hypocrite. Don't say I can't judge him because he's my friend. You see your friend jacking up, you check that. You check it the same as you would anybody else. Keep going.
Come. To bring his way upon his head, and justifying the righteous.
Damn right. And doing what?
And justifying the righteous.
And you give the righteous glory. Keep going.
To give him according to his righteousness.
And you reward the righteousness. You reward the righteous people. You get what I'm saying? The wicked gonna give their wicked rewards, and the righteous is gonna get their righteous rewards. It's that simple.
Right.
The wicked is gonna get wicked rewards, and the righteous is gonna get righteous rewards. It's as simple as night and day. Keep going.
When thy people of Israel be smitten down before the enemy, because they have sinned against thee, and shall turn again to thee, and confess thy name, and pray, and make supplication unto thee in this house.
All the jokes that P. Diddy, that you see about P. Diddy right now, I can promise you, P. Diddy somewhere praying to the Lord. Right now. Now he's sorry. Now he's remorseful.
Right.
The only thing he had to do was just serve the Lord from the beginning. That's how you stop that from happening. Serve the Lord from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come. To hear thou in heaven, and forgive the sin of thy people, Israel, and bring them again unto the land which thou givest unto their fathers. When heaven is shut down, and there is no rain, because they have sinned against thee.
And it's shut up. When heaven is shut up and there is no rain. No, that's all good.
Let me read that again.
Yeah, go ahead. Take it from the
Come. When heaven is shut up and there is no rain, because they have sinned against thee, if thee pray towards this place, and confess thy name, and turn from their sin, when thou afflictest them, then hear thou in heaven, Slacky, and forgive the sin of thy servants and of thy people Israel, that thou teach them the good way wherein they should walk, and give rain unto thy land, which thou hast given to thy people of the inheritance for an inheritance.
Yep.
If there be in the land famine, if there be pestilence, blasting with midwill.
Yep, mildew,
Mildew, locusts, or which shall know every man the plague of his own heart.
Right.
And spread forth his hands towards this house.
Right. And this is, and let me make sure I word this the right way. This is even in today's time, right? Because once more, we was just talking about it. We see all these people that's got jokes for days for P. Diddy. Like I said, they're on the internet like this, talking about P. Diddy like, oh, I can't believe he did that. Like, who the hell are you? You get what I'm saying? You shouldn't be cracking no jokes because you not in order. You not in order. You get what I'm saying? You sinning every day. You sleeping with other men's ribs. You being the most sinful person, and then you got the nerves to try to judge P. Diddy. And then when bad stuff start happening to you, you shrug your shoulders like you don't know why. Listen, right here. It's an old saying that we used to say when we was in the world. If don't nobody else know, me and the Lord know.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Listen, the Lord knows. And that's what the scripture is basically saying. You know. You and the Lord knows. So when that bad stuff start happening and you seeing people around you suffer, you turn and you face east and you pray unto the Lord and you beg for forgiveness and you confess the sins that you know that you're committing. You know what I'm saying? Quit trying to act like you not out here P. Diddy-ing yourself. Quit trying to act like you ain't out here Dan Snyder in yourself. Quit trying to act like you ain't out here Vince McMahon in yourself. You doing all of that. And just because you ain't got caught, you got the nerve to try to stick your nose up in the air. Get out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the scripture is saying. Like, nah, listen, the Lord knows, man. When you see when these plagues happen and all this, you're gonna know to turn that way and pray and confess your own sins. You're gonna know to do it. You're gonna know to try to save everybody now. Keep going.
Right. Then hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place, and forgive, and do, and give to every man according to his ways, whose heart thou knowest, for thou, even thou only, knowest the heart of all children of men, that they may fear thee all the days that they live in the land which thou gavest unto our fathers.
Yeah, I'm right.
Moreover, concerning a stranger that is not of thy people Israel, but cometh out of a far country for thy name's sake, for they shall hear of thy great name, and of thy strong hands, and of thy stretching out arms, when thou shalt come and pray toward his house, toward this house.
And just for the record, they're still talking about Israelites. That's not talking about a heathen nation. Keep going.
It's like, real quick, where you reading from?
He's at 43 now.
43.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come. Hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place, and do according to all that the stranger calleth to thee for, that all people of the earth may know thy name, to fear thee, as do thy people, Israel.
Now, in this scripture, you can clearly see the distinctions. He's saying everybody on the face of the planet is going to know the Most High, as the same way the people of Israel do, the same way his people do. You understand? Because all these other nations eventually is going to be in subjugation to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians when the Most High in Christ return. Keep going.
Come. And that they may know that this house, which I have built, is called by thy name.
Yeah, I'm right.
If thy people go out to battle against their enemy, whithersoever thou shalt send them, and shall pray unto the land toward the city which thou hast chosen, and toward the house that I have built for thy name, then hear thou in heaven their prayer and their supplication, and maintain their cause. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not, and thou be angry with them, and deliver them to the enemy, so that they carry them away captives unto the land of the enemy, far or near.
All right, stop there.
No, he reads 47.
Oh, so he stops at 48.
Yeah.
Okay, no sweat. Go ahead, read 47.
Come. Yet, if they shall bethink themselves. So let me start that from the top.
Go ahead.
Yet if they shall bethink themselves in the land whither they were carried captives, and repent, and make supplication unto thee in the land of them.
Stop real quick. This even applies to today. Because we're here in this land called America, aka Babylon, does not mean that we don't serve the Most High of the Bible. A lot of people try to use the justification that we're not living like how we used to live in the Bible. We're not at the places we used to live in the Bible. And when in Rome, do what the Romans do. Yeah, you keep thinking that same, you keep having that spirit. When in Rome, you're going to die like the Romans died. You understand? Like the fact of the matter is this. If that was so true, right? Because this only is said amongst blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. If that's so true, why don't the other nations feel like that?
Right.
Muslims don't come over here and adopt Christianity.
Right.
The Chinese man don't come over here and give up his whole way of living. He don't come over here and give up his God. Right. Every other nation that's rooted in their beliefs, hold on to them. Go ahead.
In fact, not only do they not give up their own beliefs, but they make the nation of America conform to them.
Yeah.
And if you don't abide by them, we're gonna either A, get money from you, or either B, there's gonna be some kind of repercussion behind it.
Yeah. Violence is the answer.
Right.
Yeah, and that's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. Every nation holds on. Like there's a difference between integrating and adapting. These other nations adapt. We have integrated.
Right.
And we already seen what integration has gotten us, man. And that's what the scripture is breaking down. It don't matter about the captivity. When you don't like it here in America, I don't mean that you, if you can't beat them, join them. No. You pray to the Most High to destroy your enemies.
Right.
That's what you do. You pray to the Most High to destroy your enemies and make your captivity easier. We got scriptures all through it. We got scriptures, man. We heard the scriptures about brothers going to prison and taking over the prison and getting released from prison and running all of Egypt. We've read the stories like from Genesis to Revelations, man. We've seen the stories.
Right.
We've seen them in the Maccabees. We've seen them all over the scriptures. You know it can be done.
Right.
Don't for people to act like it can't be done is really you just want to be a part of it. And if you want to be a part of it, say that then. But don't ever try to blame the Lord.
Right.
Don't ever try to say it's too hard. Don't ever do that. It's not too hard. Just here's the reality. It's not too hard. You're just too weak. It's that simple.
Come.
It's that simple. It's not too hard. You're just too weak. No sweat. You won't be the first weak nigga on the face of the planet. There's plenty of them. You know what I'm saying? Right. But don't say it's too hard. It can be done. If you want it, it's been plenty of things. When you wanted to sleep with that whore that you thought was impossible, you figured out a way to make it happen. It wasn't too hard then. You put in all that brick. Right. You put in all that brick to sleep with this whore. It wasn't too hard then. No diddy. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. So you want to say, soldier?
God. I was just thinking, how people are in the world and stuff. You can wake up, you're going through the struggles of the world. Matter of fact, I can just speak of the personal experience. Waking up, don't know how I'm about to eat my next meal. Don't know how I'm about to smoke or how I'm about to do whatever. I leave. Don't know how I'm about to be out there, and I come back with everything.
And you forget, I used to be out there with you. I used to make it happen. We wake up in the morning, don't know how. Like, listen, man. Hey, I'd have woke up 2 days before rent was due. Like, I need to get $800. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I know I got to go make it happen. It wasn't too hard then. I made it happen. Right. You get what I'm saying? So if you could do it when you want to sin against the Lord, surely you can do it to serve the Lord.
Damn right. That's my point.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get the rest of the scripture.
Come. And make supplication unto thee in the land of them that carried them captives, saying, we have sinned and have done perversely.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Pause.
So we have committed wickedness.
Stop there.
Let's sit on that.
Yep. Let's go ahead and clap that up. Powerful reading, man. Appreciate that. Imagine just the man behind the podium. That's how you know it ended off on a good scripture. That's how you know it's going to pick up to that action next week.
Lion Shalom, which means to Israel.
You okay?
Mm-hmm. It's a lot.
You can put my nigga on his back like a 2-year-old.
It's a lot.
This is vodka or wine?
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Oh, we don't cover the scrolls.
Yeah, what's that? You grab the backup scrolls. We don't uncover them
No,
now.
we got the main scrolls. That's what I was asking.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought they was gone. No, grab them. Yeah, I thought you were saying the backup scrolls. My
I
bad.
was saying the scrolls are down here. Can I grab them?
Yeah, I thought you said the backup scrolls. I thought Bongad took them again.
No. They just went up there because you know we usually be taking them down.
Yeah, because I was like, nah, don't bring the backup scrolls up here. We just use them as salute.
No, the backup scrolls would not.
Okay, yeah, that was my bad. I misunderstood. So up here.
No, you did.
I didn't even see them. They was blending in.
Yeah, no, it was right there at the bottom. I seen them when I first came in. No, I guess at this point we cover them back up. Well, these prayers, I guess. Or,
Can we do the salute first?
yeah. No, first we do the prayers.
Okay.
Then we do the scrolls. But you threw me all off now.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna say you put the scrolls down, then we do the prayers, then we do that.
Throw me off.
My fault. That's my bad. Like I said, I bidn't see them down there. I thought you was talking about the backup.
No.
That's a lot. That's my bad.
That's lucky.
All right. Imagine, which means to stand. Mahanya Pakyadam, which means to turn and face the east.
We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kudash.
Kudash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakuka.
Malakuka.
Zaba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazayaka.
Ratazayaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Barataza.
Barataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Nathan.
Nathan.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Call.
Call.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Basalakinawa.
Basalakinawa.
Kabawatinawa.
Kabawatinawa.
Kasalakinawa.
Kasalakinawa.
Kabawatinawa.
Kabawatinawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Laba'ayanawa.
Laba'ayanawa.
On the side one.
On the side one.
A ball.
Ball.
Abashayanawa.
Abashayanawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Malakwa.
Malakwa.
Wala'ala.
Wala'ala.
Wadapar.
Wadapar.
Walanyam.
Walanyam.
Aman.
Aman.
The Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come.
thy will be done,
Thy will be done
on earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread,
Forgive us our debts,
and forgive us our
as we
debts,
forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not to temptation,
And lead us not to temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
The prayer for the Ka of the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh,
By Shemi Awashah.
Ba'ashem Yahushua,
Baba Kasha.
Baba Kasha,
Nathananaw.
Nathanael,
Laka.
Haka,
Haka.
Haka,
Lara Pa'a.
Labraha,
Karmakala.
Kalmakaha,
Wakal Madawa.
Kalmanawa,
Haka.
Haka,
Latahor.
Latahor,
Hamatazariah.
Hamatazariah,
Haka.
Haka,
Lahaki.
Lahaki,
Hamaki.
Hamaki,
Haka.
Haka,
Al-Rakawa.
Arakwa,
Tama'ala.
Tama'ala,
Garshan.
Garsha,
By Shemi Awashah.
Ba'ashem Yahushua,
The water Aman.
the
Water
water,
Aman,
the Haka, or the power in the English. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushua.
in the name of Yahushua,
Please give us the power.
please give us the
The
power,
power to heal.
power to heal
All manner of sickness.
all manner of
And
sickness,
all manner of disease.
and all manner of disease,
The power to cleanse the leper.
power to cleanse the
The
lepers,
power to raise the
the
dead.
power to raise the dead,
The power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
The blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Yaka Allah.
Wa Yaka.
Wa Allah Hayya.
Wa Hayya.
Matazab Ya'a.
Matazab Yah.
Alawap Yahan.
Allah Yohana.
Ha Alawap.
Allah.
Hazaranya.
Hazaranya.
Ha Kwatazayanya.
Hakwatazayanya.
Ha Kayayanya.
Hakayayanya.
Wala Kwati.
Walakwati.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba Shib Yahushua.
Bashir Yahushua.
Wa.
The blessings of the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless ye Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Command the journey, Yahweh.
Command the journey, Yahweh.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
Officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
The Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahahori.
Ahahori.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yahweh.
Izoria.
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 Ma'ayin.
Mine.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayam.
Shemayam.
Wa Ratazah.
Barakatah.
All your done.
All your done.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Wagolka.
Wagolka.
All Yanawam.
All Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Ana.
Ana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yeshun.
Yeshun.
Shamar.
Shamar.
Yeshua Allah.
Yashua.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al.
Al.
Gad.
Yad.
Yumyaka.
Yumyaka.
Yeramon.
Yeramon.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yagakah.
Yakakah.
Wayarak.
Yarak.
Waya Allah.
Wala'ah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shabarka.
Shamarka.
Wakol.
Call.
Run.
Right.
Yashamar.
Yashimar.
Atnapashka.
Atnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashimar.
Taza'afka.
Taza'afka.
Wabaafka. Maika.
Right.
Why?
Right.
Our love.
I will love. So 121 in English. I will lift my eyes into the hills.
I will lift my eyes to the
From
hills.
whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my
My
help?
help comes from Yahweh.
My help comes from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer the foot to be moved.
He will not suffer that foot to be moved.
And he that keepeth thee,
That he that keepeth
will not
thee
slumber.
We're
will
not
not
slumber.
slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel,
he that keepeth
shall
Israel
neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh,
Yahweh
is thy keeper.
is thy keeper.
Yahweh,
Yahweh
is the shade upon the right hand.
is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh
Yahweh
shall preserve thee
shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all
He
evil.
shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh
Yahweh
shall preserve thy going out
shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth,
From this time
and
forth
even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Allahayim.
Allahayim.
Al Damayah.
Al-Thamiyah.
Lakah.
Lakah.
Al Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Wa'ol.
Wa'ol.
Tashakwat.
Tashakwat.
Ol.
All.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Hana.
Hana.
Awiyabika.
Awiyabika.
Yahama.
Yahweh,
Yawan.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Aymaka.
Aymaka.
Yar Yamwa.
Yaryam.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Yata'aizawa.
Yaizawa.
All Tisapumwanyaka.
all comes from one.
Amaru.
Amor,
Lakawa.
the cow,
Winaki Dum.
for not get up.
Magoya.
Wagoya.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Sham.
Shah,
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yazakar.
Yassakar,
Sham.
Shah,
Yeshua Allah.
Yashua,
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Iwata.
Iwata.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Naitzua.
Naizawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakaradwa.
Yakarab.
Ahoya.
Ahoya.
Al-Yaka.
Al-Yaka.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakaratwa.
Yakarab.
Ahoya.
Ahoya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wishima.
Rashmai.
Yamoaba.
Moab,
Walgaria.
Bulgaria.
Kabal.
Kabal.
Raimawan.
Raimawan.
Raimalak.
Raimalak.
Palashah.
Alasha.
Ayn.
Ayn.
Yeshabia.
Shabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam. Ashwar.
Ashwar.
Melowa.
Alawa.
Amam.
Imam.
Ayawa.
Aywa.
Zarawat.
Zerawat.
Labanya.
Labanya.
Lawat.
Lawat.
Selah.
Selah.
Asham.
Aisham.
Laham.
Yaham.
Kamadi.
Kamadi.
Kasiyasara.
Kasiyasara.
Kayabi.
Kayabi.
Benakaal.
Badakal.
Kaashwan.
Kayashwan.
Ashar Madwa.
Nashar,
Lion Darwa.
Lion Darwa.
Ayawa.
Daman,
Ladama,
Shartama,
Yada,
Yabmara,
Kaira, Wukazaba, Wukazabak, Wukatazol, Manad, Call, Nisar Kama, Shah, Amaru, Narasha, Yahweh, Narasha, Alahaya, Alahaya, Shartama, Go Gullah, Lapanya, Lanawa, Narasha, Alahaya.
Did you just go up?
I just went backwards.
Yeah, you tripping.
Go Gullah, Gwash,
Lapanya,
Lapanya, Rubaka, Kaash, Tabaira, Yaira, Kalahaba, Talahat, Hariyam, Khan, Daradubma, Wazairaka, Wabasa, Wapaska, Tabalam, Malaham,
You got it?
Palaham, Punyaham. Just mutilating these words. Wabakashwa, Shimka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wabaowa, Idea, I, Wakapawa, Wakabadwa, Wakadawa, Kaya, Atha, Shimka, Yahweh, Abadka, all your one, Call, all Ratazah.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep that silence on your house.
Keep that silence on Yahweh.
Hold not that peace.
Hold not that
And
peace.
be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
Lo.
the enemies make it to mold.
God enemies make it to mold.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee.
Lifted up the head.
Lift up the head.
They take a crafty counsel.
They take crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted.
And consulted
Against thy hidden ones.
against thy hidden
They
ones.
had said,
They have said,
Come.
Come,
Let us cut them off.
let us cut them off
From being a nation.
from being a nation.
For the name of Israel.
For the name of Israel
Be no more remembered.
may be no more remembrance.
They have consulted together.
For they have consulted together
With one consent.
with one
They
consent.
are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The Israelites of Moab.
The Israelites of
The
Moab.
Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gabal.
Gabal.
And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
The sure also was joined with them.
A sword was also joined with
They
them.
have hope in the children of life.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Say lot.
Say Lot.
Do unto them.
Do unto them
As unto the Midianites.
as unto the Midianites.
As to Sarah.
As to Sarah.
As to Jabin.
As to
As the
Jabin.
brook of Kassan.
At the brook of
The
Kishon.
spiritual indoor.
Which perished in
They
Endor.
became a stone for the earth.
They became dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a rat.
Make the nobles like a red.
And like Zed.
And like Zed.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes.
All the princes.
Ziba.
Is Zeba.
And it's a moon.
And it's a moon.
Who said,
Who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to
the
ourselves
houses of Yahweh in possession.
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a
As
wheel.
a stubble before the wind.
As they stumble before the
As
wind.
a fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burnt the
As
wood.
the flame sets the mountains on fire.
As the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy temper.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid of thy sword.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with
That
shame.
they may seek thy name.
They may seek thy name.
Oh Yahweh.
Oh Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let
In
them be confounded.
trouble.
In And trouble. trouble.
Forever.
Forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know
That thou.
that thou,
Whose name alone.
whose name alone
Is Yahweh.
is
Art
Yahweh,
the most high.
art the most high
Over all the earth.
over all the earth.
So.
Which means to turn up. Scrolls.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Brakiyah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakiyah.
Amaju Shabbat. Barak.
Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Yep. Mighty work. Amaju.
I got it. So
Watch your right foot. It's always your right foot.
Oh, that's something down with you wrong. Yahweh Yahshua you.
Damn right.
You would say that concludes the Sabbath service. That concludes the Sabbath.
That concludes the Sabbath service. Courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel. Amaju Shabbat. Amaju. Barak.
Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahshua Barak Yah.
That's Matah. Courtesy salute to the sisters watching online, men of Israel. Amaju Shabbat. Amaju. Barak.
Yahweh Shema Allah, Ba'Shem Yahshua.
That's Matah.
Or anointed.
Does anybody want to be anointed?
Come.
Yeah, go ahead. Step forward. We'll leave the anointing prayers just to priesthood prayer.
You got it, you want me to read it?
Huh?
You got it, or you want me to read it?
You need me to read it? I will.
It's up to you.
I'll read it. The anointing prayer in the Hebrew. Wayabarka. You're supposed to.
Oh, swag.
Yahweh.
Yeah.
You're supposed to.
Swag. Yahweh.
You read it, Shana. It's
Yeah.
okay.
It's
okay.
My boss, Salakia. These are the anointed prayers in the Hebrew. Salakia. Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabarak Yahweh.
Where Shamarka.
Wayashamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Yar Yahweh.
Pen Yahweh.
King Yahweh.
Ayika.
Ayika.
Where you conquer.
Where you conquer.
Yashar.
Wayashar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Pen Yahweh.
King Yahweh.
Ayika.
Ayika.
Where Yashar.
Wayashar.
Lakah.
Lakah.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh. No, we went backwards. You got it. Go ahead. By Hashem.
Oh, sorry. Ba'Shem.
By Hashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Barak.
Rabak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magan.
Magun.
Hagun.
Hagun.
Mawat not dissolve.
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 Ba'Shem Yahushua.
By Hashem Yahushua.
The water of month.
The water of mine. No, in English.
Yeah, I was on English.
Go ahead.
Now we're going to repeat back to what we just said to you in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bless thee and keep thee.
Bless thee and keep thee.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Make his face shine upon thee.
Make his face shine upon thee.
And be gracious unto
And
thee.
be gracious unto thee.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lift up his countenance upon thee.
Lift up his countenance upon thee.
And give thee
And
peace.
give thee peace.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect.
Protect. Mawat not dissolve.
What not dissolve.
That concludes the Sabbath service. We see y'all next week.